Welcome back, everybody. We're going to be going through a lot of weird biomes that don't make any sense by traditional nature.
It's almost as if it's a Zelda game or something.
Because, yeah, here we are in just your typical murky swamp, all damp and humid all over the place. I'm just coming here to get ourselves a fast travel point. These are... They seem meaningless now, but when you get the fast travel item, which I'm very close to getting, and
wait,
once
don't you already have it?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I got the loot. Sorry, that was
you had that thing for a while.
But yeah, once you have that item, and especially if you're like me, and every time I play this game, I always seem to be one heart piece short somehow as I'm traveling from screen to screen. No, it got to like I think I played this game 3 times now, and every time I'd always get down to one heart piece, and I'm just like, here we go. I mean, Sealy knows that feeling when you're in a randomizer, just like,
well,
what am I missing? Oh, just a beehive.
Really? A bee?
More bees.
Well, yeah, bees
Wait,
can count.
what were you saying about me?
That you know that feeling when you're playing a randomizer and you reach a dead end of sorts. You're just like, okay, what are we missing?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen her react that way whenever she would just play randomizers for kicks when we hang out.
But then that was interesting because then we've learned things that we never learned, like, oh, you can go through here in Ocarina of Time, and oh, there's this chest here that we never knew about, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Again, I like the idea of randomizers.
I can't wait to get started on Majora's Mask after this is over.
And as we leave this murky, spooky forest, which I wonder what this theme is based on, because I do like this theme.
Lost Woods from A Link to the Past.
Oh, but I like the groovy vibe that something gets.
Okay,
but this is
if it maybe that's just some aspects of Crypt of the Necrodancer song with Lost Woods, but that's the immediate inspiration they're going for.
Right, like that bit there, I absolutely heard it. Anyway, and suddenly biomes. Welcome to, of course, one of my favorite songs in the game. Welcome to the Gerudo Desert.
Oh, I love this.
And check out the listen. It has a bit of a build-up to it, but yeah, this is the desert with a really sick bass guitar riff at the base at the back of it.
This is easily one of my favorite songs in the entire soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
And already we've taken out all the mooks, so we don't get to hear all of its blazing glory.
Aww.
And yeah, you gotta be careful with the cacti.
Yeah, cacti do hurt.
Dope.
Let's see what's in this here real quick. Oh, just a guy here.
Just another underground cavern.
That's your typical one. Nothing to see here, nothing to see here.
Yeah. Yeah, it just seems to be a typical prison filled with the typical moblins and goblins and whatnot.
I'm just gonna get that freaking Stalfos rider.
Just typical Stalfos on his hobby horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a moblin dagger right there.
Very sharp. Talos. But
yes!
come on.
Music's back!
Oh boy.
Hopefully we'll get to the part of the song that I like.
If only Talos were that easy to beat in Breath of the Wild.
I know, right?
I forget what the birds are called.
The birds?
I think they're ones from Wind Waker.
From Wind Waker?
Wind Waker?
Oh,
Cargarox?
I think.
Yeah, I think
what was the
that was
name
it.
of the boss from Wind Waker? That was a giant bird.
Helmrock?
Helmrock.
Yeah,
it's probably a
Helmrock.
Helmrock. Because isn't the boss called the Helmrock King?
I mean, no, the bird
yeah,
literally starts with a K. I know that much.
But that would make sense that
Yep, I was right. Cargarock.
But I mean, that would make sense for it to be called a Helmarock because it'd be a Helmarock. Because I agree with Hyde. Then he would be the king of Helmarocks, wouldn't he?
It's spelled Kargaroc. Oh, I get it now. Rock.
Right. Yeah, the rocks, the ancient birds or whatever.
No, like Rock's feather.
That's what I was saying. Rock is an ancient bird. You need to study your Greek mythology. Is it Greek or Roman mythology before I say something dumb? Thank you. I was about to oh geez, I actually hit the cuckoo. I was about
for a spell of confusion.
Because I thought I was about to get really sassy, study your Roman mythology, and you're like, that's not
It's Asian. It's Asian, actually. It says Cargaroc seems to be a misromanization, since its name is believed to come from Rock, a giant bird in Asian mythologies. The naming can be found in other bird-like creatures such as the Helmaroc King, and bird-related items like the
wait, I thought it was honestly, actually, now I think about it, I thought it was Arabian, because doesn't Sinbad fight a rock? Jeez.
But isn't he also a traveler of the Seven Seas?
True. Treasure charm. So there are charms in the game that basically reveal on your map, if you haven't gotten a single chest or something, although sometimes I feel the map just isn't specific enough. I got a good greatsword. Oh, good greatsword's gone.
Oh well.
That's
what you get for angering the chickens.
Okay, we gotta... Okay, so we took a tour of the desert, except unfortunately that desert that we're in, those two squares, they're kind of walled off. So now we're going to be heading to the right here as we make our way to the actual entrance to the desert. So we have to just kind of sit around with this boring overworld thing that we've already seen 100,000 times. It's fine.
It's so old school.
Okay, get rid of that. So, okay, that is something you can. That is something that I just learned. Is that not just something I used that just then? Is that you can actually use bombs to blow up floor tiles if you don't want to activate them.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like it's kind of broken.
It can be, but you also have a limited number of bombs.
Right. Oh, great. Oh god, now we got a silver Lionel.
Well, that's lovely.
Oh, geez, you're right.
Oh my god.
As long as we keep them on that side of the wall, we should be safe for a bit.
And treasures on that side of the wall.
What's that you say? Open up the wall.
Yeah, the treasures
Open
on
up
that
the
side
wall,
of the
you
wall.
say? Okay.
Logan, whoa, what the?
Oh. Wow.
Wow, that went down faster than...
No, we just kind of poked them twice.
Wow,
Cadence of Hyrule.
Oh, nice.
This is actually a very useful. This is actually very useful for some puzzles because we can hop on top of this block, and there are some rooms I'm going to need that. But yep.
Wait. Well, actually, no. You can't exactly hop on the blocks. Unless you were to say push them downward.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, I should have clarified. You cannot hop. It is one unit higher than you, so you have to have a block that's like half as high. You have to like stone up to it.
Honestly, I think it would just be far more useful if it is something you could actually hop on anywhere, just so it can make certain certain traversing a little more trivial.
Yeah,
or if you could just cast the spell right at your feet, so it would lift you straight up.
But yeah, just going back to something that we were talking about between videos, it's like the King of Samaria, totally not more situational than the Sand Rod.
I love the sand. Dude, I love the King of Samaria in this game far more than I do like the Sand Rod.
Honestly, I don't really use the King of Samaria in this game much either, compared only to the past, so I could care less.
Alright.
At least I got some use out of the Sand Rod that one time.
This out.
Besides, you can uplift those sand monsters and reveal their undies.
Shoot, I don't think I can do this puzzle right now.
And plus, the King of Samaria. Oh, you can summon one brick. You can summon three.
Wait, no. You can't solve that. I just remembered. You can just push that one up, and then push that other block on the left to reach the ledge there.
You hear that, past Logan? Listen to.
And you fucked. Well, okay, never mind. You actually. Oh, okay. So I guess that's
the
one. That's one way you could have done it.
Yeah, the Cadence of Hyrule can also prevent blocks from being pushed past it, so that's what I did there. Aha!
Yay.
Okay, where the heck am I going?
Boy, one for Logan.
It's like, hooray! Where am I?
Where am I?
Who are you people?
And where are my pants?
You don't wear pants, laddie.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Where are my underpants?
What?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, I was like, what?
Honestly, it's sad to think, but I could imagine the failed timeline, or one of the failed timeline links, just going commando.
Poison arrows.
Failed timeline.
That's unique.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now we can poison things. And what I just did there was another exploit of the Cadence of Hyrule, which is awesome. Is that I can create a block and then push it along the ice to preserve my momentum, basically. Also, I forgot about this space here. I just want to be completionist. But yeah, so I can use the block to carry myself across the ice without, going immediately into slip and slide mode.
Well, ain't that helpful.
The Cadence of Hyrule is best.
Every once in a while.
Okay.
Trying to remember, what's the name of the cane and mish cap where you can
Cane of Pocky.
Okay,
yeah, it just flips things around. It's just oh gosh, I do remember. That is actually one of my favorite. Awkward Zombie comics is when it was introducing all of the different like magic sorcerers who created their canes. Oh shoot!
Uh-oh.
Why did I do this? That chicken was hurting. That chicken was causing me no strife.
Yeah, but
anyway, it was like you have the King of Samaria as he brings down a cube with great force, bam. And then you have the cane of what the heck was the name of the shield person? The shield king.
Birna?
Yeah, the cane of Birna, who creates a magical force to protect her from danger. And then there's the cane of Paki. Just flip something. And then there's Samaria, like, and then there's Samaria, they're like, Paki, that is like literally the dumbest like cane ever. How is that at all supposed to be useful? And then he just flips his hat upside down.
Sad truth is, I actually got more use out of the cane of Paki than any other.
Yeah, I was about to say, because like, in addition,
of course, because that's how you have to find the Minish spots.
Well, not just the Minish spots, but there's also holes in the ground. If you use the cane of Paki on that, you can use those to like super jump over walls.
Oh yeah, it makes a flip.
Yeah.
It makes you be the thing that gets flipped. I forgot about that. We'll do something for that game.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's already plenty of other Zelda games we gotta do as is. So.
Oh
yeah.
I'm
goodness, yes.
I'm working on Ood. I have stuff exporting.
And I'm working on other stuff too. Stamina regen dig. Every time I dig, I get some magic back. But yeah, and I'm working on my own one of them. Well, I got one. I have one game.
Well, we already are working on one of yours. It's called Cadence of Hyrule.
Yeah. And we're still figuring out if mine is still a joke or not.
I was about to jokingly go like, I was like, oh, I only want. We're doing yours right now. I've been like, no way.
Dear God.
No.
But there's more. No.
That's what I was thinking this morning, Logan, when I sent you that one thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I just realized, yeah, you have the torch that shows what's inside the chest, and I was like, but just for gems, that's kind of rip off. Then I noticed the heart piece. I was like, okay, well, actually,
Lord.
oh boy.
Oh jeez.
There it is. I just had to get those enemies out there. Where's the last enemy?
There it is.
Ah, good old Dark Nut. Remember when you were used to be a threat?
But see, like, yeah, like you can attack right through his armor. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, good.
They were
to get my diamonds.
Darknets were a nightmare in Twilight Princess.
Oh, they were. They were true. Like that was like the epitome. I forget if there are any like. I don't think there are any enemies like that in Skyward Sword. Was there?
I don't think so.
Okay, thank God. That would have been a nightmare. Freaking Electro Bokoblins are freaking.
Oh God, those are the ones I hate. Electro Bokoblins.
Yeah, but they're where you actually have to like. Well, they're not hard in the sense of like they do different moves. They're hard in that you're suddenly punished a lot more for messing up your directions.
Yeah.
You know, say what you will about Dark Nuts, but can we all agree that they were at their absolute worst in the very first Zelda?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, those guys could be really. Oh,
Oops.
when you get confused, your controls get reversed.
Hey.
Okay. Where am I going? I should go to the right because there's a piece of heart here. Yep, there it is.
There
And
it
a
is.
Lionel. Oops.
There goes the
Lionel
Lionel. This, I wish Breath of the Wild was like this. I still swear that some Lionels are harder than freaking Ganon are. For me.
I attest to that.
agree.
They are. I am dreading facing the one during the Trial of the Sword.
That okay? I'm gonna. Oh, you know what? If the game's been out for a while, I'll tell you. So, in Trial of the Sword, you only experience Lionels towards the end or in the big trials, and usually Cave Charm. This one shows you all hidden shops and/or caves I can enter.
Ooh.
Nice.
But again, the reason why I think the map is too generic is, as you notice on the map, it doesn't tell you where it is on the screen. It just says, "Oh, this screen has one somewhere."
Well, they probably do it that way just because of the randomly generated nature of the game.
That is fair. That is fair. That would be really difficult if they tried otherwise. So what else? So basically what you do is that usually right before Lionel, right before Lionel, they will give you ancient arrows. Just save your ancient arrows for the Lionel, and whoop, no longer a problem. That's how I did it. I unabashedly suck at the game.
Well, you know what?
As do
That's
I.
good. Well, that's good for you because I could never get high enough to get the ancient arrows. Like I think the highest I went is probably floor 9.
Did you do all? Whoa, 2 pieces of heart on one room.
Dang.
Oh, what are you asking?
Nice. I was saying, I forgot, James. Did you ever do the Trial of the Swords?
I don't think I did. No.
Yeah, the only DLC
or maybe I probably tested out for like maybe a brief bit, but otherwise I barely touched it.
Like the only
Fair.
DLC I was able to beat was the Champions Ballad.
Right.
Honestly, if I can be perfectly honest, I just felt underwhelmed with the DLC for Breath of the Wild in general.
The final boss in the Master Cycle was neat. Just again, it just seemed, again, for me, it just came at the wrong time. Like, I no longer need to explore Hyrule anymore.
Unless you just
Yeah.
really want to.
If the reward for beating the game is like, or I would have loved if there was like a new game plus where I could have kept the master cycle. I don't know, just the fact that the reward for fully exploring the game is gaining an item that makes exploring it more fun. You're just like, I feel like we got the order mixed up somewhere here.
I think I would say it would only
Gerudo
be
Desert.
like that depending on how thorough you are with the game. Like if you only focused on the main journey, then you beat the DLCs, you could still use that Master Cycle to do any of the side quests and goodies that you glanced over.
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk
yeah.
about my experience with the Trial of the Sword. Logan got me through the first half, the first trial, but I did the second one myself.
Yay.
Nice. Alright, now we can head north, and now we can hear the actual full song.
Yay!
If I don't go into a cave immediately. But no, I do love the theme. Even in Ocarina, Tilly knows, like in Ocarina of Time, at Gerudo Desert, it's my favorite song in the game. It has such a nice feel to it.
It's honestly funny for me to think about, but I feel like Gerudo Valley is one of those songs that honestly is better anywhere aside from the N64 version or original.
Yeah, well, I mean, I like the trumpets in the original, but
I do too.
It's not bad at all. It's just that, well, I always felt that Ocarina of Time's instrumentation in general felt a little lacking. So it's like,
If I remember correctly, aside from Cadence, there was no official remake of that particular Gerudo theme.
what about on 3DS?
Well,
What about Ocarina of Time 3D? Wasn't that like a remastered version?
it was a remake of the game. They just didn't remaster the sound.
no, they didn't remaster any of the sounds.
Oh, that sucks. I would have
Yeah,
loved like the orchestration.
That,
Oh,
that always. Oh, hey, Gerudo Village. But yeah, that always did bug me about that version of the game. They just gave you the original soundtrack, no alteration whatsoever.
Right.
welcome to our village.
Yes.
Some enemies are able to hide in the walls in the desert. Be careful where you dig. Right. And there's their leader, who's asleep. Because freaking
Friendly
Octavo's doing his thing.
Gerudos!
You know
I
what?
love it.
You know, she kind
And
of
Bomb
looked like...
Bowling is back.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Don't
Man.
worry, it pretty much works just like the archery game. Anyway, go back to you, Hype.
I was just making the observation of, like, you know, just going off the one sprite, the Gerudo boss there kind of looked like Urbosa with a Dr. Claw hand.
Yeah, I think her name is like Wrench or Gadge or something like that. But yeah, they're in this area, in this universe, the Gerudo are actually very good tinkerers, and I get a bomb back.
Oh.
I think
And
it's...
this is-
Sorry.
And this is before I realized, oh, I need to come back here later to get a piece of heart. So future me's gonna hate
Right.
myself for the next 6 hours after that. No, I beat this game in like 4 hours, but still. Yeah. Alright. There's an unexplored ruin nearby. Yep, that's our dungeon that we're going to. It's right in the middle of the desert.
But, you know, the groups in general are pretty damn friendly in this game. Like they actually, well, for starters, they don't.
It's not the only game.
Well, yeah, but they're friendly here. Like they're not immediately like trying to like,
Well,
you know,
If I
capture you,
they're
kill
just
you.
they're just friendly in general because first of all, they don't outright arrest
men.
you for being within their quarters, and secondly, well, they actually allow males into their village.
There
Yeah, I
is
was
only
about to say.
one other game that does that, and that's Four Swords Adventures.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, there's that.
All right, let's do Simon Says. Do, 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 do. Okay. Dun, 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 dun.
It's so cute.
I can do this. Jeez, this is like
I wish
freaking the movie
these
Big.
were
Oh, there
all
it is.
piano.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thus we wake up their chief.
Oh, hello.
I doze off. What am I doing sleeping outside? Thanks for waking me up. Barriera. Get it? She was a joke. She was a barrier to our progress. Anyway,
Dun, dun.
Ah,
take care of the mischief in the ruin. She gives us the power glove.
Hooray!
nice.
Now we can pick
Oh,
stuff up.
And James and I like this little Easter egg is if we actually go down into this building, we're actually pretty early on in the Octavo. We're actually pretty early in the timeline of Zelda because
Look who's playing
Ganon's
the
still a
organ.
kid.
Oh, that's adorable.
So he's practicing the organ.
Look at this.
I don't suppose.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
You don't see his face, but yeah, that's totally young Ganon practicing the
Dwarf.
organ. Ganondorf.
The same
Let him
double-name
go.
person.
For now, let's just call him Dwarf.
Dwarf.
But yeah, that was a neat little like reminder of like, yeah, he does like the organ.
Either it's very early. Granted, you say that it might be early on in the timeline. I just figure that this is just more so a case where, well, maybe it's like either an alternate timeline or just non-canon at all in general.
I can picture it. If Ganondorf weren't a villain, he'd be known for this.
You know what? I'm just
imagine him now, like, clearly
Clearly-
there's some power music. Oh, sorry, that's you.
Oh, yeah, the power in music I wasn't aware of. I need to improve. But yeah, I just had this stupid idea of, like, since he looks noticeably younger than Link here, what if it got to a point where Ganondorf is the same age as he is in Ocarina of Time, but Link is just an old miser?
Good God.
I will defeat. I said I will defeat. What?
That's it! Could you pick up my pictures there, Cannon Boy?
No more. Wait, what are we talking about? This is Link we're talking about. We were like, yeah? Huh?
Trying to
Teddy!
And really, and that's the big sad truth is he just says that because he's forgotten how to speak.
The poor boy was deaf all along.
But yeah, so I mean, like, okay, so I guess spoilers, like, there's gonna be like a Ganon fight, and they talk about like, so like that is definitely Ganondorf, and he's gonna become Ganon at some point. So it's just kind of odd, but yeah. For the
Here's
time
my
being,
question.
Mhm.
I kind of have, I guess I could call it a theory, but what if Ganondorf, Dragmire, was actually good before, like this, like the spirit of Ganon took
I mean,
over?
there's that fan animation that explores that.
Yep, that's true.
But yeah, just in general, and again, I would like. If people talk about this, I would like a Zelda game where there's like this idea of like him trying to fight against his destiny to be.
I would love to see that.
Yeah. Yeah, but for now it's still a cute visual gag, and I just now imagine that the reason why he wanted to take over all of Hyrule was purely out of vengeance for Mrs. McCarthy's terrible organ lessons. I don't know, I just came up with a random name of like just like some very like abusive organ lessons, like I'll make her rue the day she gave me an F.
Because you know, something tells me that when Ganondorf was born, he didn't automatically just lust for power. Something prompted him to do it.
And we'll find out in the next part.
Or never. Till next time, guys.
Bye bye.